Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Prancing Pony Podcast. Let me try that again. Edit, edit, edit. Welcome to the Prancing Pony Podcast Place. Thank you for joining me today. Today will be the last day we visit Hilbern, the River Hobbit, for a little while, because Tuesday I'm going to be streaming the new game from What a Workshop, the Tales, or just Tales of the Shire. Very much looking forward to that. Should be a lot of fun. And in fact, tomorrow, the interview with the lead writer of that game, Darren Ormandy, will be releasing on the Prancing Pony podcast feed to wrap up season 9 of the show. So enjoy that episode tomorrow and then the game on Tuesday. Should be a lot of fun. In the meantime, today we've got a little bit of interesting news in LotRO. There was a major reset for the hunters as well as the burglars. I don't have a burglar, so I don't have to worry about that. And it's not going to be anywhere near as much work on Hilbern as it will be on my level capped characters, my level cap hunters. But today, before we can get into the instance with Narmaleth, we're going to have to rebuild the trait tree for Hilbern. But that's fun. It'll give us a chance to take a look at that again for those of you who weren't there as we've sort of built him up along the way. So before I get started, do we have any questions in the chat for today or anywhere coming up in the future? I don't know about a fancy haircut. It's the same barber I go to every time, and it's the same haircut I get every time, but thank you. Yeah. Let's see what else is going on. What am I looking forward to most for Tales of the Shire? Honestly, I'm looking forward to some of the sort of deeper bits of lore reference, like things that the average gamer, casual gamer won't get, but that we will. Things like discovering Arnorian ruins, somewhere out in the Shire, that kind of thing. So, yes, moral support for or however you pronounce her name, Katie. I don't remember. Kidding. Katie's level 150 cap hunter and Halagrim will work together on that. Yeah, Tales of the Shire is going to be a lot of fun. It's looking like sort of an Animal Crossing feel, but with more of a Stardew Valley sort of set of mechanics. You get to know your neighbors, and you get to decide what to make for them in terms of meals because hobbits love food. And so it seems to be a game that's going to center around relationships, food, and the sort of crafting elements that come into that, like, making sure you're growing the right plants and making sure you're, going out and finding the right herbs or herbs, as the case may be. Seasonings, I'll just say instead. But it does look like it's going to be a lot of fun for folks who enjoy that genre. Very cozy game. Music's really nice so far. I say so far because I have had the privilege of playing a pre-release version in order to prepare. If I wanted to release a review or anything like that, I could do that on Monday. But I'm not allowed to show anything from the game stream-wise until Tuesday. So we'll be doing that on Tuesday. Sorry, Katie, had to give you a little bit of trouble. Yeah, the game's going to be fantastic. We just can't be putting streams up. So yes, I have played it already. I downloaded my advanced press copy Thursday, I think it was. So yeah, looking forward to it. And I think my only gripe so far is that the intro is very much a hand-holdy tutorial, which you expect from this genre, as a lot of people will not be, experienced gamers who get into it. So let's take a look real quick here, see if there's anything else going on. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the overlay. Move that screen over if I can. And well, look at that. It's Hilbern the River Hobbit. Let's go check him out. The music's very loud. All right. I did not let my son play it, Kim. I'm actually at the office, and he was busy, and getting him over here is a bit of a thing. So we'll see. Maybe if it's one of those I don't think it's going to be supported by Xbox anywhere. You know, the games where if you buy it on a PC, you can also get it on your Xbox. I think that's only for Microsoft games. So we'll have to wait until he gets over here. All right. So when we last left Hilbern, he was chatting with Narmaleth, who was about prepared to tell us her tale, the daughter of strife. Unfortunately, since then, we've had a full reset. Specialization needed, class traits reset. So let's talk a little bit about traits, because in the meantime, some of our things have changed. Things that I had on this are gone. I mean, like I had buttons here. I don't even remember what I had anymore. So we might have to do some revamping of this before we get going. All right. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and drag all these off because these are just shortcuts, right? So we'll add these skills back in later in a way that makes sense so that I'm maybe playing it a little more logically. Yeah, I'll just move them all. Let's move them all. You're going to see how I would sort through this sort of thing so that everything makes sense. In fact, so I'm not actually throwing anything away, by the way. These are shortcuts to items that I have in my inventory, like food, or to skills that I can just pop back in. Before we do anything else, though, I think I'm going to add. So those are bars, 2, 3, 4, so maybe 5. How do I'm trying to remember how to add that in. Do I just have to drag a skill in there or a thing in there? No, I don't want to do that. Oh, that's right. I think I have to do. Oh, I think I have to say in the UI, quick slots, I want to always show bar 4. There we go, because I've already got bar 3 showing. So now we've got bar 4 undocked. Okay, so if I put that over here, then I turn this off. Well, that's weird. I don't want that. Maybe it's something else in that control. Sorry, folks. This is something I probably should have figured out. Oh, dock bar 4. Maybe that's what I need to do. Okay. No, that's... Oh, yeah, there it is. There it is up top. Can't really see it, but that's where I'm going to put things like food or, you know, horses or things like that. So we'll play around with that in a little bit now that we know it's there. All right. In the meantime, let me take a look. Yeah. Fair point. Get the best reviews from kids. They are brutally truthful. Thank you for liking the stream, Nate. Appreciate it. Katie, I would not recommend you wait for me to do mine to do yours. I'm not going to organize things the way everybody else organizes it. But let's go ahead and get into that trait tree. Okay. So we've got 3 traits, blue, red, and yellow. And these are the trait tree that you choose. Your skills that you choose from that tree will cost you 1 trait point. Traits from the other 2 trees will cost you 2 points. So you can still dabble in the other trees, but you're going to run out of points pretty quickly if you start to spend a lot there. So you really want to stay focused primarily on skills in your trait tree. Now, the question is, I'm not going to be a trapper. Unfortunately, that means I'm going to lose pinning shot, it looks like. That makes me sad. But I am going to take a look at between Huntsman, the blue line, which is a mobile mid-ranged hunter, and the Bowmaster, which I've been all along, a red tree. Now, it looks like one of the things that they're doing is making the blue one even more mobile. All ranged skills execute without inductions. So that's really nice. But you lose 5 meters ranged skill max range. So you have to get fairly close to hit them. On the other hand, the stationary one, the stationary high impact hunters, generate and then consume focus, generate and consume focus. And they actually get a plus 10 meter ranged skill max range. So there's a 15 meter difference between the two. And then, of course, you also get a ranged boost. And Katie, thank you for explaining to folks what I was doing. So control backslash, right? The slash key, not the one that's the question mark in the lower right of your keyboard, but the one that leans the other way. It's usually above enter on the right side of your keyboard. That enables you to bring up this edit the UI. And this is where you can do things like move where things are on the screen. You know, you can customize everything that you want. move stuff around, that kind of deal. All right. So let's take a look here. Yeah, here's the cool thing. You can build as many trees as you want. You get 2 for free. Additional trait configurations will cost you mithril, but really, unless you do a lot of in-game raiding and things like that, you probably don't need to build a 3rd tree. So I'm just going to build the red tree for now. Maybe we'll play around another time with a blue tree to see what we might choose that way. But for now, let's go ahead and we're going to rename this. I don't know, Tiny Turret. Right? He's a little guy just standing there, ping, 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 right? Turning and shooting things, but not moving. So this is sort of your glass cannon, if you will. We're going to use Spec 2, and this is the list of skills. It's now totally different, and this is the first time I've seen it since they redid this entire tree. So if I look over these just to see where we're at, because I know I'm going to want to pull something from the yellow line here, this is where we get set traps. So guess what? I'm going to spend 2 points on that. You can see at the lower left-hand corner how many points I have available, how many I've spent. And then I'm going to see, what if I go further up? Oh, well, I'm going to have to spend 4 more ranks just to enable that. That would be 10 total points spent. So I'm not going to do that. But I might go ahead and choose Quick Escape real for 2 points, because that applies a route. It freezes the other character in place and allows you to move without losing focus. So it's just a 3-second route, but that's a nice little thing to do if somebody's clobbering me. Oh no, barbed arrow doesn't inherently slow your target anymore. You have to spend points to make it slow your target. Well, that's interesting. All right, we'll come back. We'll see if I can spend some points there. Let's take a look at the blue one. This DOT increase, that's damage over time. So if you use a skill that causes a bleed, that's called damage over time, or DOT. So out of the blue trait, you would add that. And then here is impact arrows. It's just a boost to your range damage. I'm going to take a look at the second tier stuff to see if there's anything. Yeah, see, there's the problem. One of the skills that I really like to have, and I'll eventually have when I have the points for it, is Press Onward. It's basically the Ranger's self-heal. It gives you a big bump in morale and a temporary run speed bonus, so you can get the heck out of dodge if you're getting hurt. The problem is I need to put 5 ranks in these 2 skills in order to get to that. So I need to spend 10 points here or here, and then another 2 there. So I would have nothing left to spend in red. So we're going to hold off on that for now, waiting for Alan to see certain changes and looking for more, huh? I'm terrified of what I'm going to see. All right. So over here, the red skills, these are only going to cost me a point. This increases penetrating shot, okay, which is going to be probably a pretty core skill. I'll move that later. True shot. This one increases my crit chance. And this one, quick shot and long shot, grant a stacking buff, which reduces the inductions of attacks. That's kind of nice. All right, so we're going to add a couple skills of that. A couple ones there. One there. And what do we get? We get draw weight, which increases damage for the skills that build focus. This one increases the damage from one skill in particular, Swift Bow. But boy, does it add it up. Look at that. When you get to rank 5, it gives you a 25% chance that each arrow shot by Swift Bow generates additional focus. And that's certainly going to be nice when I have more points to spend. Actually, I might just spend a bunch of points on that. Yes. And then over here, draw weight. Yeah, let's do 3. Oh, and again, rank 5 is really nice. You get a 15% induction bow critical multiplier. I don't know that I want to spend 5 points there, but I'm going to. No, maybe I won't, because I really want to build up these other ones too. Bow of the Righteous, intent concentration. I don't really care about that yet, because bow power isn't typically, at least I haven't run into a problem where I'm running out of power, but I suspect the new build might cause that. So we'll see about that. Catching up on chat real quick. Yeah, Press Onward's definitely necessary for soloing later on. This is going to be a challenge. Anyway, we know we're going to get Rain of Arrows. and we're going to get rank 2 because I love that skill. That opens up the next tier. So this is going to be things like basic strength, right? This improves the damage of ranged skills. Bodkin arrows. This so any skill that requires an induction increases the focus built by that, right? Oh, increases damage instead. Okay. And then Mercy Kill gives you bonuses to Merciful Shot and Huntsman's Shot. Okay. What do we have here? We have the Storm of Arrows, which I need one more rank to get. Well, thank you, Katie. This is why you waited. So you're not going to be emulating mine necessarily. You're just listening to the explanation of the skills. Thank you. That does make some sense. Let's go ahead and add that. What's this? Deadly Precision. Okay, so this gives us critical hits generate focus. Okay, that's a nice talent to have. And then, of course, we're going to add a Storm of Arrows that each crit reduces the skill's cooldown. I'm going to take both tiers on that. Let's see. Okay, that opens up long shots boosts as well as Heart Seeker, which leaves your target bleeding. Hold on, but it already gets it. You already get Heart Seeker, so what does this do? Oh, rank 1, it does apply a bleed. 5% DOT. Let's take a look real quick. I'm running out of points. As you can see, I have 7 points left, so I'm not going to be able to get to press onward, even if I wanted to, which I do want to. What's this one? Hunter's Blood. Okay, this gives me, this is, Blood Arrow is a skill that's also a self-heal. So I'm going to add this because I don't have press onward. This is at least one where I shoot somebody and actually regenerates my own health. So I'm going to go ahead and take a couple points in that. That has added Burn Hot as a skill. I'm going to add In for the Kill, which opens up Plant Feet. Nice. This is good. So this is a nice little skill. This is not something that you trigger. This is just inherent. When you are doing a skill that requires induction, like Heartseeker, if you notice that my character has to stand there and wait about a half a second before they shoot, this reduces the amount of damage you take from melee attacks during that point. So I'm going to go ahead and take that. And Upshot is a skill that does additional damage for every point of focus consumed. So if you've got 5 points of focus and you do Upshot, you're going to do some damage. That's going to leave me just 1 point to spend on Long Shot. You know, I'm going to hold off on Upshot for now. And yeah, all right, that's good enough. It's not like I'm going to completely mess this up or die because I've ruined this or anything. But it has given me an idea of what I'm going to be able to do and what I won't be able to do. So now we're going to apply, commit those trait changes. They haven't messed around with the virtues, have they? No, they have not. Good. Racial traits. No, they have not. Okay, good. All right. So we're going to go ahead and close out of that and now add the skills. So just for fun, if we were to change that, we could change to our trait configuration number 2 and call this guy, I don't know, what would we call Run and Gun? Okay, and he's going to be a mobile one, so he's going to be focused in the blue line. These skills are only going to give me 1 point each. Now the reds are going to cost me 2. I'm still going to want to be able to lay traps. I'm still going to want to be able to do a quick escape. I definitely want True Shot. And well, maybe only 1 on True Shot. Let's spend the rest on blue. So we definitely want to increase our ability to do damage over time. Now we want to get Press Onward as a skill. We want Split Shot because we're not going to get Rain of Arrows. So we're gonna level that up, and we're gonna add in. Yeah, we're gonna get a better improved intent concentration. We're gonna add no. So oh no, that's not the chase. Is not what I thought it was. Notice the graphic there of the people running. I thought it was the out of combat speed skill that got moved to the blue line. This is different. This you've learned to hunt while giving chase. No missed chance penalty for movement. That's nice. And oh, we get a little melee boost if we use Huntsman's Shot, and some bigger Press Onward heals. Okay. Now what do we get? We get extra damage for focus consuming skills as opposed to focus building skills. Blood arrow heals more morale over time. Okay, I'm going to take one more of that. What was over here? I forgot. Melee skills generate extra focus. Since I'm going to be doing that a little bit more with a blue one, let me go ahead and take a trait of that. Aha, more melee damage there as well. Volley's always good. That's going to get using a skill that costs focus as opposed to generating focus, gives you a stacking buff for your damage that as long as you keep spending focus, it builds. The minute you start to build focus, it goes away. So I'm not going to spend too many points on it, but it looks like I'll have to at some point. Oh, I forgot to do quick shot bonus focus. Okay. And then we get 2 points down here. So we're going to add additional damage to bleeding targets on Huntsman's Shot and Merciful Shot. And then Exsanguinate, which is a powerful DOT attack. All right. Now, what's cool about that is that it automatically puts some skills in the bottom, which you don't necessarily want to leave in that order. But it does that, and then you can just switch back to your other trait tree. Boom. So here I am back on Tiny Turret, and let's go ahead and figure out a really good way to organize my quick bars. So to do that, I'm going to pull up my skills, and I'm going to take a look. Let's see. I'm going to, for bar 4, which is docked right now, actually, that's going to be under quick slots. I'm going to not dock bar 4. And I'm going to move dock 4 to the side. There it is. It's hard to see because of the background. All right. So dock 4 is where I'm going to put things like track wood and mines. That's where I'm going to put, I'm not going to use any cosmetic pets right now. I'll come back for all my skills. Those are going to go in the main stacks. This is where I'll also put milestone skill, which, you know, no, actually I won't. I have my travel folder. What's elusive catch? That's something I might use in combat. So baubles, I don't need baubles. Travel skills. So maybe I'll put, you know, like a guide to my house. And, oh, not to my regular house, to my premium house. Why would I want to go to my regular house? And then let's see, probably the most commonly used guide would be the guide to Bree. Okay. Find the path. I'll put up here because I'm going to always have that on. So let's shrink these. Desperate flight and return to camp. You know, that actually might be good to put over here on the side. Maybe over here. Desperate flight and return to camp. Okay. And I'll also put elusive catch there as well. That's sort of, well, I've really never used that one. It's a tiny bump to evade and stealth, but I'll put it over here. It's sort of a racial trait. So, all right. Now what we're looking at that's left is all the skills, right? I've gotten rid of everything else, or I've put it in. So before I do anything else, then let's go ahead and slot in. Let's put a mount in because I want to have my mount there. Let's just do the little extra steed right here. Okay, and come back. Chat real quick. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I just wanted to take a look and see. All right. No, yeah, okay. All right. With the kins, that's fine. I don't think this is quality enough to share with anybody outside of our little circle. All right. So I'm going to go ahead also and put my like object links here on this top row. So I, want to use my fire oil and my light oil, and then some food items. So we've got superior honey cakes, the lembas bread. Actually, probably don't want both. Trail food, cooked food. Okay, so which one do I want? Do I want the lembas, which is a level 40 item? Actually, I don't want the lembas anymore. I'm going to go ahead and drop that in shared storage in the food category for a lesser character at some point. All right, so now we've got our trail food, cooked food, and fortifying foods. And then hope token. And since this is sort of what I'm doing when I'm freaking out, I'm going to go ahead and put my potions up here as well. So this is going to be my infused Ethlas extract, my universal morale potion. Probably should have some battle restoration potions. Let me get those out from my shared storage consumables folder. I know I have a gazillion of them. Yeah, rejuvenation potions. Okay. All right. And that should do it for those rows. So now I've got 3 rows that are just going to be my skills, right? Okay. So what am I going to want to start with? I'm going to want to start with focus, right? That's why I always have focus as the first skill. Then I'm going to want to take a look. Close combat's going to be separate. Let's put that at the end. We also know it applies a root. I need to try to remember that because that is new. Yeah, 3-second root and a 10-second minus 50% run speed for them. So that's nice. So now we can close that out. So we've got the hunter's focus skills. These are going to be skills that build focus, right? So this is penetrating shot. No, it isn't. That's so weird. So focus spender, maybe it's the other way around. These are all focus spenders. Well, except for burn hot. That is a nice little skill to use, but you're not going to put it in your main row. So I'm going to put that here. So these are all focus spenders except for focus, which is weird. All right. That means let's do lessons of nature. So we want to do our lessons of nature. We want to do passage of nature, passage of foes, and passage of shadow next to each other. Those are our tracking skills. Bright campfire builds a little campfire. Let's put that over here. All right, intent concentration is going to be, it's a full focus right away. And that's the kind of thing that I'm going to use every once in a while with like burn hot. So I'm going to put that up there. So beneath notice is hiding. Camouflage is hiding. Set trap. We love a good trap. Okay, so set trap, camouflage is used beneath. Okay, Cry of the Hunter and Purge Poison. I'm not putting these in their permanent spots yet. I'm pulling these down from here because those are just to remind myself that I need to use them. So Purge Poison, I actually probably should put that up here next to my stuff. So let's do Return to Camp as a travel skill. And put Purge Poison here at the end. Cry of the Hunter is one where you can escape from people at a really handy, like if you get stunned, you can use that to, get out of that. So that's probably going to be something up here. Now let's take a look. So we've still got penetrating shot, blood arrow, aura maze arrow, merciful shot, rain of arrows. And then we've got the archer's art. Now these are all going to be focus builders, barbed arrow, blind side, quick shot. All of these are Heartseeker's a focus builder now. That is so interesting. They've made some very interesting changes. Let me check chat real quick in the meantime. What's going to be the best platform to play Tales of the Shire on? I would definitely avoid Switch only because it's not going to be as graphically capable, even Switch 2, as Xbox, PlayStation, or PC. I think between those three, it's just going to be a matter of preference. Like, what do you have that you play more? I'm going to get it on Steam because I play more games on the PC and I can play it on my Steam Deck. If I got it on the Xbox, I could only play it when I'm at the house and I don't have to fight for the TV with my kids. And I don't have a PlayStation, so it makes that easy enough. I would imagine between the PlayStation version and the Xbox version, once again, it depends. If you've got an Xbox One S, but you've got a PS5 Pro, get the PlayStation version. But if you got a PS4 and an Xbox One X, then get the Xbox version. So, yeah, I mean, it just depends really what you're able to play more. All right, so we've got focus builders here. This is interesting. This is new. So I'm going to put these in the order that I would want to use them. Interesting. So barbed arrow no longer automatically slows people down like it used to. That's why I used to use it almost right away. Like I would put it next to my focus skills But that now only will slow people down. What if you apply? It's over here somewhere, right? Hindering shot. So I have to start putting points in the yellow line in order to get barbed arrow to slow people down. So barbed arrow may no longer be the one that I use initially. I may just start with quick shot, which is super quick, does a decent amount of damage for an easy shot. Has half the induction of barbed arrow. So let's swap those. We're going to do a quick shot, barbed arrow. Blindside is interrupts induction, so that's important to remember. I'm going to put that over here somewhere, just as a separate thing. Barbed arrow makes them run away, which is pretty cool. Improved swift bow. Yeah, that's always sort of like my go-to. It used to be my go-to was barbed, followed by quick shot, followed by swift bow. But that was because barbed slowed the enemy down. Now it doesn't. Long shot's new. This is knock and loose an imprecise dart, which has a chance to greatly increase your focus if it lands. It's a 40-meter range, which is significantly longer. No, they're all 40-meter. Oh, that's because I'm in the red line. Okay. +3 bonus focus. So there's a 30% chance to apply 3 more. That actually might be a good one to start out with, or maybe build second in the line. All right. Heartseeker. We love Heartseeker. Let me see if it's changed much. No. It is a shot that can be missed, parried, evaded, or blocked. That's why I love it. It does have a long induction. You'll notice right there in the gray text, it may be hard to see. That's a 2.1 second induction. So that means he has to stand there for 2.1 seconds after selecting that skill, whereas something like quick shot is 0.7. So it's 3 times the length, but you get a significant damage plus a bleed, plus a lot of focus. And it's unavoidable. They can't miss that shot. I have now put all the focus builders on the bar. So I'm going to go ahead and move these here so that I have it really clear. These are all focus builders. And that's all I have to still add. We've already added Burn Hot. So we want Rain of Arrows. I'll know that that's the first of the spenders. Merciful Shot. Actually, yeah. Blood Arrow and Oromei's Arrow. Now, what is Oromei's Arrow? That is a new one. Let's just take a look. And then Penetrating Shot. So one of those is going to have to make room. What's Oromei's? It's a damaging shot that cleanses corruptions. Okay, so that removes a corruption effect. Now, what that is you know how you might have a good effect like a heal over time or something else like that. When a bad guy has it, it's called a corruption. So let's say there's something that's, an enemy spellcaster has cast a spell on one of his buddies to give him extra strength for a few rounds. Oromei's Arrow will bust that. So I'm going to go ahead and put that up here because it's something that I'd use in specialized situations. Like, oh, I need to interrupt that guy now, or no, not interruption. Interruption's going to be low cut. I need to cleanse a corruption. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to put Penetrating Shot. Okay. Let's do. All right. So now we've got, these are all focus builders up to Rain of Arrows. Then they're focus spenders. Cost 5 focus, cost 6 focus, cost 3 focus. So I'm going to put these in order of consumption. Okay, so these consume focus in increasing amounts. All right. I think that's all the skills that is. I guess I didn't really need a third bar. So let me move some of these things around. Kind of do. Okay. Let's see. Those are all consumables. So let's move. We're going to give them some space on the bar, too, to make it a little easier. So these are all consumable items. So we're going to put... let's see. Return to camp. So we've got, we'll set a campfire, return to a campfire, run away, Add evade, purge poison. So purge poison we'll still put up here. We know it's not a consumable, but it's going to be a little easier. Okay. So that way, the only thing that we've got on this other bar is our mining skills and, moving around. All right. That's going to do well enough. Let me take a look real quick in the chat to see, because I'm sure I've missed up a lot. First of all, Nate, does anyone know if you can create a chat filter that only shows the dialogue for NPCs, not other players? Oh, yeah. You just turn off the world chat. That it is not even setting up a chat filter. You just don't, you can just eliminate that altogether. Put it to your IMs, and then it'll just look blank until somebody messages you. You're talking so that general can be on. Yeah, you just turn off world chat. That's really easy. Straight up call it Orome Zero. Katie, I don't remember how to do that. Is it world off? Oops, to world off. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I don't know how to do this. Output channel. There we go. Okay, I don't want to do that. How do I get out of the world channel? I don't want to talk to the world. All right, I'll just leave it at fellowship. Doesn't matter. I don't remember how to do that. But I do think that if you turn off, I do know that if you turn off the world channel there, then you don't see it anymore. So you'd probably have, a user chat on of whatever you want. I just don't fiddle around with it very much. Sorry. All right. So can I show how to do that? No, I cannot. All right. What happened here? Rejuvenation potions. Okay, the ornate necklace that we're going to get rid of. I only took that because we were going to end up with a quest as a result of it. Okay, let's do this thing. A Tale of Narmaleth during the darkening of Eregion. So what's funny is I didn't need to do all of this because I'm actually not going to be playing as Hilbern, of course, because it's instant session play. So I'm going to be playing as somebody by the name of Aradel. Male designed fantasy armor.
Ages ago, in the fastness of Eregion, the Dark Lord came in fair guise. Some amongst the elves called him Antheron, Gift Lord, for he taught them to craft the rings of power. In those days, he beguiled Narmaleth, daughter of Leodon, and broke her mind.
All right, so are we hearing the text there? Yeah. Just in case, ages ago in the fastness of Eregion, the Dark Lord came in fair guise. Some among the elves called him Antheron, Gift Lord, as opposed to Annatar, which is the Lord of Gifts. For he taught them to craft the rings of power. In those days he beguiled Narmaleth, daughter of Lyrdan, and broke her mind. All right, Katie says the voice came through well, so I'll stop doing that. Let's go and do what we got to do. So I'm looking at this skill bar, this teeny tiny little skill bar, because somehow apparently it doesn't carry over into session play. You get the default UI size, which is really tiny. So we do have a basically barbed arrow here. This slows people down. Then we have hitting multiple foes around your target. So that's an area of effect. Then we've got, you can root somebody. Then we've got fire damage plus a bleed. This will never miss against on-level creatures. Elven enemy required to use this skill. So I can't attack a man with this. I'd have to attack an orc, presumably. It subtracts all of your power. It's full power. It sucks down all your power. That's great. I have to remember that. Oh, I see. Elven enemy isn't like a status. It's something I have to target them with it. So if I use elven enemy, You cannot avoid their unflinching gaze. This skill is the prerequisite for Archer's Strike. Okay, then we get Alpha. So why is it, if it's a prerequisite, put it to the left. I hit this one before I hit this one. Then we get a Daze and some close combat and a heal. Okay. All right. Kind of got an idea. These are always rough in that regard, but here we go. Do hurry. I have something wonderful to show thee. Thou didst not tell my father, did he? Thou knowest how he worries. The smiths have taught me all they know, and yet he knows so much more. Come, thou must meet him. Do not be frightened. Anthron promised there was naught for me to fear. Oh, Narmaleth. Poor Narmaleth. Oh, orcs. Dost thou see? No Uruk can withstand the might of the Noldor. Oh, poor Narmaleth. Poor Narmaleth. A second assault. Okay. I love how she's got to go back to where she was before she can go forward. You can see the coding. Return to XY, then proceed. I must be on my guard. Who knows how many orcs there could be? Well, I don't know how many orcs there could be. Where are we? Oh, okay, yeah. We're in the northern part of the region. Hopefully we don't have to walk all the way down to Echad Mirabel from here. Oh, wow, lots of them. Okay. Are you well, friend? I lost sight of thee in the heat of the battle. Come, it is not far now. Poor, naive, optimistic Narmaleth. And father says I'm not ready to fight in the wars. We have you now. Get them, lads. Maybe this was not such a wise choice. Lyardan shows up. How dare you attack my daughter? What is going on? They shouldn't be able to survive so long. There we go. Narmaleth, what is this foolishness? Father, I thought she handled herself quite well. I can explain. I already forbade thee from speaking to this gift lord, and now thou dost sneak out to meet with him? Thy father would forbid thee from learning more of the world outside. Come with me, Narmaleth. I can show thee how to make things not even the mind of Feanor has imagined. Thou would order my daughter to defy me? Come, Narmaleth. We are returning to Mirabel at once. Would thou be trapped in Mirabel forever? Hold thy tongue, or I shall show it to thee. Father, no. I am leaving with Anthron. If thou love me, thou wilt not stop me. Come, Narmaleth, we shall begin thy learning immediately. Narmaleth, I love thee. That was Bad Decisions 101, and we have completed the session play. And yes, thank you, Katie, for explaining that. Session play is a great chance to be somebody else in the game, typically involved in experiencing a different time or a moment in the story that's completely unconnected to, the moment that we're in. Yeah. Thank you, Katie. It's always fun to voice the villains, as you know. I was young and foolish, and Sauron taught me the secret arts of ring lore, and by that I was ensnared. With his aid, I forged a potent ring, powerful enough to sway the hearts and minds of those around me. Yet he regarded not in me the skill of a ringsmith, but the prowess of a warrior, cruel and beautiful. But the violent losses of Narhuil and my father have purged me of the spell and the spirit that bound me to Sauron's will. I am truly free, though I have paid a bitter price indeed for my folly so many ages ago. I regret all the deeds I wrought under my spell of madness. Each death by my hand is a crushing weight that I will bear forever, even into the undying west, if I am ever allowed into those hallowed halls. Hadn't thought about that. You think about the weight of the bad decisions you've made in your life. Imagine that you lived for thousands upon thousands of years. No matter how much you regretted what you did, no matter how hard you repented, you would always carry that with you. And by always, I mean for the life of Arda. That stinks. She done Redania in this manner. Yeah. One of them asked about her fate being welcomed in Valinor. I think she is a Noldo, so it's possible that she would not be able to return yet, right? I'd forgotten that she was a Noldo. And if she's not, then there's nothing to stop her. But as a Noldo, she's in exile. So not until she dies, not until she physically dies, and then her spirit, her Fea, goes to the halls of Mandos. Hilbern, I wish to do some good in the fight against that evil which I created. Mordorith has recovered Narhuil, and doubtless he will seek to use its powers soon. Mordrembor is arrogant, but he has skill in the dark arts of the enemy, and is no less wicked than his master. He, too, remains a threat that I allowed to persist. I wish to aid in healing the hurts I have inflicted upon the world, even if by the least act. If you would but speak to Lord Glorfindel for me, I will accept my judgment, whatever it may be. I want to point out, by the way, the similarity, but also the difference between her and both Melkor and Sauron. Melkor pretended to want to heal the hurts of the world that he caused, but he didn't actually. Sauron, it seems, initially did, but he didn't want to accept the penalty first. He didn't want to have to go back with the herald of with the banner bearer, the mightiest in arms, Eonwë. He didn't want to go back with Eonwë to accept his judgment, and so he ended up not turning. Here we have somebody who not only expresses a desire to fix things, but says, if you speak to Glorfindel for me, I will accept my judgment. That is something that neither Melkor nor Sauron were willing to do. Nor would I add Saruman. All right, off to Rivendell. It's a very good question, Martin, about the ban of the Noldo. There's no way to know for sure. We also don't even know when she was born. She might have been born even. She might. I don't think we learn when Lyrdan or when Narmaleth were born, but presuming that they were, second age or even late first age births, that they were not pre-exile. Does the ban apply also to those Noldor, I should say, born in Middle Earth? I don't know. I'm going to default to yes, but I'm willing to be proven wrong if somebody can find text to suggest that. All right, let's take a look here. Company Glorfindel to the final council. Let's get on a horse. Such a pretty place. Rivendell in this game, they did a fantastic job. Look at that. The last homely house. Why is it always night when we're here? Why is it always night when I stream? All right. Glorfindel's over here somewhere, right? Yeah, he's like way up and behind. I think he's across this bridge. He's up here somewhere. Yep. Be wary when speaking with Amarthiel, Hilbern. One good deed does not erase all that was done by her as Amarthiel, no matter what name she calls herself now. But I will reflect upon all that you have told me. Master Elrond has asked that Narmaleth be judged, and I would have you accompany me while she is questioned. So I came back to see you so I could come back to question Narmaleth.
Glorfindel, mightiest of elf lords, tests the heart of Narmaleth, seeking to learn if the spirit of Amarthiel has truly passed from her. If Narmaleth has indeed returned, her knowledge of Angmar may aid the free peoples in overthrowing the false king.
I'm always getting lost in this place. They can't just have you port there, can they? Wasn't it this one? I thought it was this one. Good heavens, man. Because it's not even on the thing. There we go. I mean, the guards are the clue. I've been commanded by Master Elrond to hold counsel with you, Amarthiel, champion of Angmar. You have lent great aid to the rangers of Esteldine, but that has not cleared you of your previous offenses. What have you to say? Why should you not be held here, where you may commit no more evil deeds? I can offer only my own sorrow for my previous deeds. I am only Narmaleth. I reject the name Amarthiel, and all that was done under that corrupt guise. And what would Narmaleth, Forge Maiden, ask of Master Elrond? To be allowed to aid the free peoples in their fight against Angmar, to assist in the destruction of that which I created. The destruction of Narchuil and the fall of Mordorith are all that I seek. And how would you accomplish such a task? The ring Narchuil is potent, but not strong enough to bring down one such as Mordorith. Not through the power of Narchuil, but all the strength that is left in me will I use to fight the enemy. Were you to recover Narchuil, you would be better equipped to dispatch your enemies. Were the power of Narchuil used to slay Mordorith, he would return in time. Nay, I seek a final end for Mordorith and Narchuil alike, though I hold no hope for myself. I detect no lies in your speech, and I judge you to be true of heart. Though you have done much harm, I deem that it will be by your hand or none that Mordorith will find his doom. I release you under the protection of Hilbern, who will answer for all of your deeds. Wait a minute, you didn't ask me first. Who will answer for all of your deeds? Whoa, man. All right. We must return to Rivendell, Hilbern. Then let's return to Rivendell. By your word, Hilbern, Narmaleth has allowed her freedom. Had it not been for your excellent reputation amongst my kindred, I would not have allowed for her departure. But hear this ere you depart from my side. Be wary and fastidiously watchful. Though my thoughts counsel me to trust that no treachery remains in Narmaleth, I perceive that the desire of Narhuil has not wholly left her.
Mind my words.
Narmaleth has sent word that she desires to speak with you, Hilbern. She wishes to begin preparations for the journey immediately, and asks for you to return to Delossad as quickly as you may. Pray do not forget my counsel, and be cautious when dealing with Narmaleth in the event that we are deceived. Revised though she may seem, one does not plunge one's hands so deeply into the realm of shadow without finding them forever tarnished by its influence. I fear that your road hence will be fraught with peril, my friend, but I hope that you will find light in the darkness when all is done. Once again, talk to Narmaleth at Delossad. You'd think that I'd remember how to navigate that. Why didn't it just pop me right there? Well, it wouldn't be an MMO if you didn't spend a really ridiculous amount of time just wandering around. Oh. We must be quick if we hope to stop Mordorith. I know of one place only in which it could house his foul steed. Deep in Barad Gularan, Mordorith has a secret lair, Gador Gularan. The path thither is beset with danger, but perhaps we can catch Mordorith off his guard. He will not have foreseen that you would trust me enough to allow my passage to Angmar, and this distrust will be his undoing. Let us begin our final preparations. We can now make the journey to Gathforthnier and Angmar, where my father hid for so long, watching for my return. From Gathforthnier, we will be able to form our plan of attack. You will have to go ahead and carry word to Golodir. I doubt that he will be eager to allow my admittance to Gathforthnier, yet he is a good man. Speak to Golodir and ask him to let me enter, and I will follow if he allows it. Thankfully, it transports me to Gathforthnier. Kind of. It's not like it pops me right in front of Golodir. You know what? I'm just tired of this. Spend a coin. Golodir. It's the first time it's given me that chance. All right.
What do you need?
Amaltheo in Gathforthnier. I forbid it. Should we also make rooms for Mordremor and Mordorith? I will not have my enemies within the walls of the stronghold, whose very doors have been defended by those whose blood she has spilled. Nay, perhaps I spoke too rashly. I am sorry, Hilbern. I remember the long years in which Lardan sought to free his daughter from the evil that consumed her, even to his own doom. As a last favor to my dear friend, I will harbor Narmaleth in Gathforthnier.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Narmaleth will have arrived by now. Go to her father's old room and see what she has to say about the situation here in Angmar. I hope you know what you're doing, Hilbern, because I still have my reservations that she has truly forsaken her old ways. Oh, no, I have to walk up the hill. No, that's Lorniel's room. So it's not where she's at. She's in her father's room, right? Yeah, she's in her father's room, so... Oh, that's where I wanted to go. Come on, let me in. You know how I know she's good? Because I'm not getting dread when I'm in her presence. All right. Thank you for speaking on my behalf, Hilbern. From here, we can set into motion the plan to defeat Mordorith at last. My father's final words revealed to me how Mordorith may be defeated. Though he has returned from Minas Morgul with great power, he still bears the scar of Golodir's blade, Dunachar, that pierced him and sent him back to his foul master. If we were to bear this weapon before him, even in its broken state, the memory of his wound will be enough to make Mordorith falter. Speak to Goladir and find out what has become of the broken blade of Dunachar. Okay, I'm just lazy.
Greetings.
Narmaneth has arrived at a plan to rid us of Mordorith. I'm ready to hear it.
Stay a moment.
Goladir listens to your account of Narmaneth's plan and nods. I took the broken hilt of Dunachar with me when I buried my dear Loniel, and by her grave it lies still. After her death, we carried her as far as we dared under the cover of darkness. She rests atop a hill on the northern slopes of Gorthflad. If the blade of Dunachar will aid you in your fight against Mordorith, I give you my leave to retrieve it. All right. No port opportunity now. This is find your way there. Let's see if there's a... So where is it? Oh, okay, down there on the other side of... Okay, so there's no fast way there. We just got to go out and get on our horse and go. Session play is always based on where you are in the story. It's that I've seen. I mean, there may be some other options, but as far as I'm aware, session play is always thrust upon you as part of the epic. No, I think I'll be okay, Katie. Thank you, though. Katie's asked if she should hop on to help me get there, but I think we'll be all right. You know? I do wish it wasn't so dark in here. I'm having to squint just to see anything. But I think I'll be all right. If I die, I die. I do want there to be a horse in the game that is just him holding two coconuts, though. I really, really do. Oh, is it both? Is it like in skirmishes and stuff? All right, so let's see. We want to go pretty much due south, follow the road to Barad Gularan, and then turn south. Okay. Now, I think I have the hobby horse. I mean, maybe not Hilbern, but somebody does. I just want the coconut horse. Don't want to go down that far, right? I don't want to turn left there. No. Again, I wish it wasn't pitch black. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The where you can go back and do them. Yeah. Yeah, chicken session, that's true. Yeah, I think I'm good. Just need to figure out how to get down there. That's sort of the trickiest part. Didn't want to necessarily go into Barad Gularan. Oh, well, there's a spider there. I think, though, that I can turn right and kind of make my way over. Yep. Make sure nobody's following me. Let me take a look at the map. Yeah, I think I'm in the right direction here. I think. Okay, so I still want to turn to the right at some point. Here we go. Okay, up and up. That's probably where I want to go. At some point, I'm probably going to have to stop and fight, aren't I? Aha. Oh. There we go. Burial mound. After I kill this guy. So there's the 2-second induction, right? So now I can root him. Okay. Nope. Yep, I'm still good. I lost my screen for chat, but okay, now I can port back to bring the hilt. Hey, Goladir, here's this hilt. I trust the hilt was not too difficult to find. Actually, Goladir, it was really easy to find, just hard to get to. All right.
Might I take a moment of time?
Ooh, level 55. I thought I had seen this hilt for the last time. The very weight of it brings back memories both painful and heartening. Long and well it served me before it was shattered by the false king. Bring the hilt to Narmaleth. She has been preparing for the final assault and is awaiting your return. And once again, it's another fellowship quest where I'll have to get inspiration. I did get a mail. Oh, that's just telling me that a new skirmish is available now that I'm a higher level. All right. So bring the hilt to Narmaleth. The hilt of Dunachar. I trust it was not too difficult to find. Gather companions and speak to me again when you are ready to assail Gador Gularan. Time is wasting, and our road will be long and dangerous. Well, that means I'm ready to go. Are you ready to leave? Good. There is no more time to waste, and we have a long road before us.
Wielding the broken sword Dunachar, Narmaleth leads a party by secret ways into the stronghold of Gador Gularan to face Mordoreth, the steward of Angmar, and Mordrembor, his servant. It is hoped that Mordoreth will remember the pain Dunachar inflicted upon you.
We must hurry. With Narhuil reforged, it will not be long before all of Eriador is overrun. We must hurry. So, what do we do? Oh, do we go through the door? Nope. Ah, that's where we go. I was just waiting for her, and she didn't do what I expected her to do. All right. This is going to be interesting because, of course, I've not really had the chance to play as with this trait tree. The good news is I'm pretty much impossible to kill, so it just may take me a little while longer to kill these things myself. It's taking me a long while. I should probably have some food before we go too much farther into this. Interrupted because Narmleth won't stand still. Oh, she's got one. I'm going to have some food. Oh, I'm in combat. Of course I am. And I'm going to use some light oil rather than fire oil. Where did she go? Where did she go? Oh, there she is. Okay. She wasn't on my radar, so I was kind of freaking out. Like, oh no, has she turned evil or something? Okay. Okay, there's a couple up here. Gosh. So the gosh high, of course, or gosh is the black speech word for fire. I finally lay a trap. Barely. Whoa, hello. That's a cool summon, don't you think? Using light arrows this time, but it's a similar concept, just different effect. I didn't think that fire arrows would necessarily help against fire enemies. That's quite a few of them. Luckily, that Defiler off in the distance hasn't seen us yet. Or the pair of Defilers, I should say. Oh, I know I'll be fine. They can't make a dent on my health. That inspiration really is something. I think we're nearing Mordrenbor. I can sense Nachwil's nearness. Are you ready to continue? Yes. Yes, I am. I fear that if we must fight Mordrenbor, I cannot approach him too closely. She's not wrong. Narwhal has immense power over her. Otherwise, Mordrimor could use Narwhal's power to dominate my mind. Maybe we should have brought a whole army here and left you outside? Instead, one of you must approach him and fight in my name. It's asking a lot, lady. I mean, it's the first date, and you want me fighting this guy? I only have the strength to aid one of you, so make sure only one of your number approaches Mordrimor. Okay, I'm going to pop a hope token just because I have a feeling I'll need it. Here we go. Madness. Nay, Amarthio, it is thou who hast fallen into madness. Madness is challenging Mordrimor, champion of Angmar. With Narwhal's power I will lead an army against him, Ladris, and none shall stand in my path. Go now. One of you must fight Mordrimor in my name. Okay, well, that'll be me. Okay. I remember I have something that busts those. Yep, there we go. Narwhal's mark upon you, Hilbern. Well, why am I making not a dent against him? I mean, not a dent. Okay, there must be something going on. Maybe I have to take these guys out first so that she can help me. Maybe she can't help me. Okay. I mean, I've done 1,000 hit points damage, and he's like, it's like but a scratch. It's nothing. Finally starting to slowly, ever so slowly, burn those hit points down. But I mean, like, he's barely down 10%. It'd be a 5-minute battle at this rate. Anybody? Oh. So is that what it is? I have to, every time she gets under attack, so I need to basically keep an eye out on her. When converting, says only one of you, so the others must stay with armor life and kill the creatures. Do very little damage to him, but thanks to much of the damage he casts will be reflected back onto him. Fight in melee range, fighting him directly. Oh. The mark of Narwhal is on me. Move away from him. I haven't the strength. You are free of the mark. Go now. Okay. Okay. Thank you for sending that, and somehow I'm able to skim it really fast. So I need to look for, if he gives me that mark again, I need to catch that. There we go. So the damage he does to me gets reflected back. Okay. What above comment? Popping a blue. Oh. Wow. That is. Firing may be too good for you. All right, we're making some progress, which is good. And by progress, I mean he's hitting me, and every time he hits me, he gets damaged. Oh, shoot. I should have... well, I can remove a corruption. Where's that in? That's right. It's low cut is the interrupt. Narwhal's mark upon me. Run! She didn't get rid of it. Now, yes, she did. Okay. Oh, I didn't get the interrupt in time. Oh, well. Yeah, I can't remove Narquil's embrace, so... This is a long battle. Burn Hot will help. Well, they especially take a long time when it's just one and you're not a guy who does damage up close, but that's all right. This has been a long time coming, Morgenbor. I've been wanting to take you down for a very long time. Narquil's mark upon me. Free of the mark. Wow. He's almost gone. It is not possible. Narquil was mine. The corpse of Morgenbor. With this ring, I wielded great power. Armies fell before me, and enemies trembled at my very name. All the deeds I did as a Marthiel, champion of Angmar. I sought for power, for approval, for brave and heroic deeds. That which I sought has turned to ash. It was all for naught. And I am only Narmaleth. We need haste, but we still must deal with Mordorith. Okay. Look, the cavern shaking has knocked one of the columns over. Careful now. Let us cross over to the other side. Are you kidding? I got another boss battle? I love that she was able to cast the ring into the fire. We must hasten if we are to take Mordorith unawares. Let us continue, Hilbern. This is the boss battle? What was that? Oh, this is bad. Oh, that's just a sorceress. Just a sorceress. She got half the hit points of Mordrenbor. Hey, I interrupted you. I guess it didn't succeed, did it? Oh, well. That's all right. You're about to die. Who's... Oh, get out of here. Good thing she knows where she's going. Oh, the Gularon warriors. These are fun. Of these sort of animated sets of armor. Oh, those guys are going to keep coming until I take out the sorceress here. Also, is that a really cool... why is that flashing? Really? Oh, it must be just the light. I really like that that tapestry, though. Hey, dude. Where's... Oh, she's over there fighting her own pair. Oh, she's got a little less hit points than I'd like her to have. Where do these horrors keep coming from? Thought we got rid of the sorceress. All right, she needs... Yeah, she's got to recover here. Do I still have enough time on the hope token? Yeah, I got 18 minutes. 3 minutes only, though, on the fortifying food. 13 on the trail food. How long on the light skills? Am I already out of the light skills? I am. I'll use fire. I know not what lies ahead. Ready yourself, Hilbern. Oh. Oh, boy, that's a lot. Okay. I am enjoying the new Hunter. It's definitely different. I have to play him differently. I've lost some skills that I tend to rely on. I think I'll enjoy a capped one a little better because then I can dabble more in the other lines. Like I can, right now I can't use enough the yellow line to do what I enjoy with all the traps. Can't even do pinning shot anymore, which is a real bummer. I really rely on that, so. But that's the point about changes like this. You learn how to play your character a little differently. It's all about having fun. Oh, shoot. She wasn't even aware of me. I better take out that sniper, though. Narmaleth just keeps dropping. And none of these guys can seem to do much against me. Well, losing pinning shot really did disappoint me, but I'd seen that when I logged on. I was like, no. So I'd already dealt with that initial disappointment. This is certainly taking us a while. I have a feeling this will be the last thing we do today, which is fine because it's the end of this storyline, which is perfect timing since I'll be doing Tales of the Shire. The traitor must die. Oh, hold on. Come on. A little bit of a lag here. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I actually don't have any burglars. I'm glad that I didn't have two classes of characters get completely revamped. I do not know what we will find behind this door. Ready yourself, Hilbern. All right. If that's the case, I am going to have some more fortifying food and some more cooked food. My trail food is still active for another 10 minutes, and my hope token still has another 15 minutes, so we're good. All right. Let us end this, Hilbern. Here we go. Our final task is nearly at hand. Prepare yourself. There he is.
Ah, Marthia, I welcome thee to Gador Guluran. Your arrival here is not unexpected, although your companions surprised me. Did you beguile them with winsome words of how you sought to redeem yourself? How laughable. I know what you truly seek. You wish to overthrow me again and regain Angmar. Silence, false king. I seek your overthrow, true, but I seek the downfall of all of Angmar as well. Narhuil is gone, destroyed. I am free of the Dark Lord's influence. I am a Marthiel no longer. I am Narmaleth, as my father named me. We shall see about that, Narmaleth. We shall see.
Guard your thoughts. Mordorith may use them against us. $84,000? That's a lot. Can I make him run away with Bard's Arrow? Nope. Come, Narmaleth. He's going down a lot faster than Mordrimbor did. Ah! Sarah Oakheart. Narmaleth. When I was the only one who cared for you, how could you betray me? Oh, shoot. I did the interrupt too late, so whatever he had, he got off. Let me try remove corruption. Daughter. Oh, no. They're going to make her fight. Oh, no. Lyredan illusions. That's not cool. Father? Look at what you have done. Oh, that is just wrong beyond words. Be free from their curses, Hilbern. Enough of this, Mordredith. Face me, you coward!
As you wish, Narmaleth. Oh, you have struggled hard, but it was all for naught. Here you shall die, your hopeless quest for redemption a failure. Amarthia, though, long will her deeds be remembered. All those enslaved by Angmar will curse her name and the name of her father. Lyrdan the fool he should be called, Lyrdan whose pathetic love for his daughter blinded him and doomed all of Eriador.
Never! Thank you, Poteen. Appreciate that. I love thinking about, since we discovered on the last one that Mordredith is Eonanur, the last king of Gondor, who disappeared in single combat and all that. And you think he's chastising Lyrdan for loving his daughter. This is a guy who didn't have a child because he was too focused on just being a fighter. Even though he was the king and needed to leave an heir, he didn't have a son or a daughter. So I don't want to hear it, pal. All right. It is done. Mordredith's spirit is gone, thrown into the void, never to return. I fear, though, it has cost me what grace remained within me, and my time here in this Middle Earth is ending. Nay, do not weep. I would gladly pay this price again. I now can leave these shores knowing that I have helped, in a small way, push back the darkness I served for so very long. Soon, I will see my mother, my father, the flowers of Lindon. I can see them once more. Her life spent defeating Mordredith, the lifeless form of Narmaleth lies before you. Her face, once racked with guilt and sorrow, is now at peace. You should now return to Gathforthneir to let them know all that has transpired.
Beguiled by Sauron into crafting the ring Narchwil, Narmaleth fell into madness, allowing the spirit of Amarthiel to overcome her. The death of her father, Lyrdan, freed her mind, and once more as Narmaleth, she led the free peoples against the steward of Angmar. But in the end, her redemption required her life.
What? I'm just gonna book over there. I'm not gonna fight my way back to Gathforthneir. That's crazy. Yo, I just killed Mordredith. Get out of my way. Well, I didn't kill him. Narmaleth's death pains me, though it may seem strange to say such a thing after all the evil she once wrought. The fall of Mordredith is a hope beyond hope, and the destruction of Narchwil and Mordrimbor will be a boon to our efforts in Angmar. Bring news of the fall of Mordredith to Rivendell, for it will ease the counsels of the many there who must still take thought for the north.
What can I do for you?
Aye, Mordredith has fallen. These are tidings indeed, though woven with tragedy as are all things in these days of strife. Narmaleth was a valiant elf, strong beyond the measure of the wise. Take word to Master Elrond. He should hear these words from one who witnessed the event. All of Hilbern's allies falling one at a time.
A strange fate brings you hither.
The words of Glorfindel have shown their wisdom, by Narmaleth's hand or by none, though doubtless you played a great role in Mordredith's downfall as well, Hilbern. Do not burden yourself with the oppression of grief. With Narmaleth's noble sacrifice, she has redeemed herself and earned a place among the greatest of our kind in the undying West. Our foe in the north has finally been defeated. I deem that such an end has been put to him, that he will trouble Middle-earth no longer,
Earnur can finally go to his long sleep.
I think I said Earnil. I'm sorry. Earnil was his father, who clearly had a child.
It seems that Lyrdan has one last part to play in all of these events. While Fyloth, one of the caretakers, was cleaning Lyrdan's chambers, a parcel was found addressed to you, Hilbern. It would seem that he left it for you before he left for Eregion. I have asked that the parcel remain in Fyloth's keeping until your return to Imladris. Now that you are come, you should seek her and claim Lyrdan's legacy.
All right. Talk to Fyloth in Rivendell. She's too close to me. Well, where is she? Courtyard. Okay, so we just go out and down. Do. Whee! All right, Fyloth, where you at? I think over here. No. Over here? There we go, hiding over here. Oh, by the guest chambers, of course.
My heart cannot sing today.
You are Hilbern, are you not?
All right. Well, I don't think I want even Goladir's boon. None of them are going to be like, oh, I get Narmalus Legacy. I get a ring. That's not going to be what I wear, but okay.
Will you lend me your ear?
While performing the somber task of cleaning Lyrdan's chambers once and for all, I uncovered a note from Lyrdan made out to you, Hilbern, along with a parcel that he left behind. Master Elrond bade me hold these items in my keeping in hopes that you would return.
Did you see that? We got a title. I can now be Hilbern, Bearer of Hope. I have completed part 2 of the first volume of the Shadows of Angmar. I also get a completed deed for the Shadows of Angmar part 2, which earns me 20 LotRO points. Again, don't spend them all at once.
My friend, I have hidden this message and parcel for you. I hope that it will find its way into your hands in the event that I do not return. You have my thanks for all you have done, and I would also beseech you for forgiveness. My pride cost me my daughter long ago, and I was blinded by grief over her mother's death. Perhaps this may help you understand why I have done all that I have.
The sorrows of the elder are never ending.
My heart goes out to Lyrdan Hilbern. His was a sad story. I know, as does he, that you did everything for him that you could. This parcel is yours, as he wished it to be.
I also get the title Champion of Eriador. I get a gray steed, and I get the Cloak of Mordorith's Bane, which is a cosmetic piece that's gorgeous. Finish now. And what did I get in Lyrdan's parcel? Ah, a painting, a portrait of the elf maid Narmaleth, made at the height of her youth and beauty. It's a house decoration item, and of course, it's nice to have on the wall. I think I might have it up in my. I'll see if I can find it at Durthal's house. Champion of Eriador. Okay, so let's do that. I'm going to go pop over to that house so that I can show you that piece, and I think that's on 2 Broadford Street. Actually, I may not have put it back up. I just forgot because all the housing stuff got redone when the servers changed, so I may not have it up. Yeah, I don't know because there's nothing up. Yeah, I'll double check, but no, it's not there. All right. Oh, but we can put it up on the wall, right? So decoration mode. Oh, yeah. No, I don't want to destroy it. I want to add it to this hook. There we go. Let's move it up the wall a little bit. Nope, not off the wall. Thank you very much. And not through the wall. I want to move it up. There we go. Save. Come out of that. And there is the portrait of Narmaleth. And that's what you get for completing that set of stories. All right. I literally don't remember what to do after this. So I'm going to pop back over to Bree and then end the game. And then I'll figure out where I'm supposed to go after that. In the meantime, any questions that folks have in the chat? Because as soon as I get back to Bree, I'm going to pop back over and bring the chat over in front of me and answer any questions before I wrap up in the next few minutes. This is as good a place as any to log out of the game. Actually, before I do, because otherwise I got to do this later, I'm just going to move some things over into my materials and things like that. Trash my traveler's loot boxes. Ooh, is that a shard? That's an infused garnet. That's not the same, but I don't remember what those are used for, but I think I need to keep that. And any other materials I need? Cosmetic item. Okay. The rest I can sell. Browse the shop. And sell all those things. Okay. All right. Exiting the game. All right. Let me pull up the chat real quick and turn on the overlay as well so folks can catch up with all the things that have been happening on the other channel, Twitch or YouTube. All right. Still have your Narmaleth's Legacy. I think I've probably got like 3 copies of it. Indeed, she did earn Fingolfin's reward, Finrod's reward. Mighty. Absolutely mighty. All right. Well, if there are any questions, feel free. Otherwise, what we'll do next time is we will go back in time on the quest line, because we've and I don't mean next time of PPP Plays. I mean next time we do LotRO, we'll take Hilbern back to the beginning and play the prologue that happens when you start in the normal places instead of Cardolan and Swanfleet, as we did, and play those early chapters of the epic. But what we'll do next Tuesday is play Tales of the Shire. It launches on Tuesday, and for those who weren't here at the beginning of the stream, that's what I'll be doing next Tuesday and probably for 2 or 3 sessions after that. In the meantime, if you are interested in that game, because it's coming out on Tuesday, listen tomorrow to the PPP where we interview Darren Ormandy, the lead writer from Weta Workshop on that game. It's just fantastic. Really, really good stuff. So coming out of San Diego Comic-Con, anything I'm keeping an eye on, I mean, anything from Weta is always good. I am hoping to get down there tomorrow for, I live about 2 hours away. I'm not attending this year. Obviously, I'm here today. But I am going to go down tomorrow for 1 panel. I have a press pass, so I can go without having to spend an insane amount of money on just getting in the door. But I'm not staying down there where it's an insane amount of money to find a place to stay. But there is a panel tomorrow with Middle-earth Enterprises and Weta Workshop, where Sir Richard Taylor will be there from Weta. I believe also Matt from Nerd of the Rings will be on that panel. And so I'm looking forward to chatting with them afterwards, hopefully. I had a good talk on Wednesday, I think it was, with a couple of folks that work for Richard Taylor at Weta, with Dan Falconer and Leonard Ellis. It was a wonderful chat, and that's going to actually be an episode you get to hear at some point once it's trimmed down. All right. That's pretty much all I'm looking out for at SDCC is that panel, because I don't think there's a lot of other Tolkien stuff. I'll check out the booths. Obviously going to check out onering.net. Going to check out their booth. I believe Middle-earth Entertainment, which is different from Enterprises. Middle-earth Entertainments did a booth that's like the Prancing Pony on the inside. So I'm looking forward to that. So should be good. All right. I'm going to go ahead and head out for now, but thank you all for joining me today for the Prancing Pony Podcast Plays, and I will see you all on Tuesday. Indeed, Kim, yeah, they've just announced the Masters Collection Fellowship of the Ring. It's gorgeous. You've seen pictures of it. Hopefully you've seen pictures of it in the context of the booth where you can get an idea of the size. It stands over 3 feet tall. It is a winding staircase in Moria with all 9 members of the Fellowship on it. It's huge. And given that it's a Masters Collection piece, it's going to be undoubtedly beyond the reach of mortal ken. but it will be lovely to see. All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. We'll see you all Tuesday night. Take care.